I think I might have a fucking problem.
Flashing out a rolling marijuana.
Thinking about getting more to the bank, but they won't let me in cause I smell like dank. I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
Get it.
I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
YouTube, what's happening? It's your boy, and if you don't know, now you know. All the way gang, it's your boy All the Way Sincere, and we are in here on this NBA Live 19. Now, first and foremost, I hope y'all out there being safe. Please make sure you stay inside so we can eventually get back outside and stop the spread of this virus, man. We gotta get back to this bag. Now, the next thing I want to say is I appreciate the views. I always truly do, but if you are a new viewer, you gotta like and sub, my boy. It only takes a second for you to do that. You can do it right now while you're watching the video, man. It helps get me into the related. It pushes me through that algorithm, and I can reach new viewers. The more new viewers we get, the more feedback we get on this channel. This helps me produce even more content, and we always dropping jewels on my channel. Whether I get 50k views on a video or 500 views on a video, I'm always gonna give y'all the same quality every single time. Now, today we're gonna be looking at the wings, bro. I'm gonna cover the wing shooter versus the wing defender. I thought about putting the wing scorer in, but I'm gonna pair him up with the playmaker, and trust me, that's gonna be a solid video, because all the wings are crazy, bro. Every wing can just body you in this game, man. It's crazy how good they are. Now, we're gonna do it the same exact way. I'm gonna cover primary skills versus secondary skills first, then I'm gonna cover icon abilities, then I'm gonna cover icon skill boost, then I'm gonna cover the paths, the icon paths, and lastly, I'll give you some recommendations about the builds that you can make between the two. All right, now with that being said, let's get straight to it. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the primary skills on the wing shooter first, alright, and then we'll go into the secondary. Mid-range and three-point shot is going to be a 95 overall. That's crazy, man. And of course, you know, the three-point shot being at a 95 means that if we don't see any latency or lag, we're going to be able to easily green a three-point shot anytime we touch the ball. But at the same time, the mid-range is really underrated, just because, bro, you can put people in the post and you get such an easy window to hit that green in if you're playing post game too as well. A lot of people don't realize that about the wing shooter. It doesn't have very good post offense, but because of the mid-range shot being so high, that compensates for the mid-range, like the post offense not being as high. So you can play this player as a post player too as well if you want. When you look at the secondary skills, shooting off the dribble and contested shot going hand in hand at an 88 is phenomenal, with those jump shots actually three-point and mid-range being so high, simply because you just need to concentrate on hitting that green window so you can knock the shot down. But anyway, inside shot is going to be an 88. This also gives you an opportunity to play underneath the rim. A lot of people don't understand, and every time they drive to the goal, they looking to dunk or lay the ball up. In this game, because the game is so heavily animation and attribute based, you can just stop once you get under the rim. You don't have to go up, pump fake, and then go up. And I'm telling you, if you got another wing shooter, or if you got a backcourt shoot, somebody that don't have a high shot block, you gonna make that inside shot. They not gonna trigger a shot block animation, and that way it makes it easier for you to score. Now let's look at the wing defender. On ball defense and still being a 95 is so overpowered, bro. You just cut out a lot of the dribble cheese by having a 95 on ball defense. You don't feel like you're on skates. You get a heavy defensive assist, and then that 95 still is so overpowered, man, because once you figure out how to play the little mini game, the left to right mini game on ball defense, you can trigger so many steals, bro. It don't make sense on this build. Now after that, you get an 88 dunk, so we can actually go in and be dominant with finishing at the rim. We can catch plenty bodies, put people in the rim. We get an 88 shot block. So bro, this makes this build so versatile because you can run this build at a 4 or a 5 position. Even if y'all want to play small ball or in 3v3, you can run this build at the 3 effectively. Mid-range shooting being at an 88 is also something that's very nice because this gives us something that we can consistently go to besides just trying to finish at the rim and dunk. So let's go ahead and move on to the icon ability. Now, when you look at the icon abilities of a wing shooter, first we got KD, the Reaper. Now, his icon ability is hitting a 3 grants a boost to your dribbling and finishing abilities. So now you become an even better finisher at the rim. You can handle the ball a lot better every time you hit a 3, and it's really easy to hit 3s. Now, we look at Larry Legend. The Legend is going to be the second icon ability, and hitting a 3 will grant you a boost to your stealing, your passing, and your rebounding. This can be very important for two-way purposes because whenever you hit a 3, you'll be able to steal more effectively. You'll also be able to rebound the ball a little bit better, which is something that you kind of need on defense. Now, looking at the last one, we get that triple threat icon, and that's going to be hitting a 3, blocking a shot, or grabbing a rebound. Grants a boost to mid-range and finishing abilities. Now, this is nice because you don't just have to hit a 3. You can actually just grab a rebound and you can get a stack of icon abilities. So I like the idea of this. Now, looking at the wing defender, getting a steal, blocking a shot, or forcing a pickup will boost your mid-range shooting and finishing skills. So this is going to help you in the mid-range. This is also going to help you with that 88 dunk. So it's going to push your dunking up even higher if you can force a pickup, block a shot, or get a steal. So that's something to keep in mind. And then we got Pip, Scottie Pippen. I feel like this icon is actually a lot easier to activate because playing solid one-on-one defense or grabbing a rebound will grant a boost to all of your offensive skills. Bro, all you got to do is play your man tight and not get killed in the one-on-one game with that mini game, and you're gonna always get stacks. And then grabbing rebounds, it's so easy to keep this active the entire game, bro. So it's gonna boost your 3-point shooting, your mid-range, your layups, everything. It's gonna keep your offensive skills always up when you got stacks with Scottie Pippen. So this is nice. Let's go ahead and move on to the icon skill boost. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the icon skills on the Reaper first. We're going to talk about the dribbling. Dribbling being at an 85 is really important if you're just starting out with NBA Live 19. The reason is because you don't have access to like Bone Collector, dribble packages, or the Professor, or the influencer dribble packages and all of that, because they really stopped supporting the live events. Maybe they will like bring those back in or cycle them back in, but it looks like all the devs have shifted their attention to the next NBA Live, so you're not getting new live events to get those dribble packages. As a result, you really need to have a high dribble attribute so that you can unlock packages that will actually help you dribble really well in the game at this point. Or you can do that like long sweeping crossover or whatever the case may be. It's attribute based, so you really need this. This is something that I feel like is hella important. Trust me, I play on the wing shooter a lot, and having this dribble attribute this high means like I'm pretty much unguardable, because great offense actually beats great defense in this game. Don't get me wrong, I have played against wing defenders that can give me problems, but there's more that I can do to them on offense than they can actually do to stop me on defense, if that makes sense. Now, looking at the remaining skill boost that you get a +6 to your dunk and your layup. So this kind of goes hand in hand with the icon ability, where you get a boost to your dribbling and finishing, bro. This build finishes well as long as you play outside in instead of inside out. You'll always keep a stack going, so you can always like finish strong at the rim. Now also, you get a +3 to your rebounding, and you get a +6 to your own ball defense. So this does a pretty good job at helping push this build forward and give it some minor like ways to close the gaps, because the defense is so weak on this build. But getting a +6 on your own ball defense is very helpful. I could see the difference between it when I first started versus when I finished. Also, getting a +3 to your rebounding is solid. Now you get a +3 to your speed and vertical as well, and a +3 to your speed, and you can make this player up to 6'9". So that's something that's very helpful, because like on your Larry Legend, for instance, now let's talk about it, you don't get a +3 to your speed. Now if you look at your passing on this build, you get an 85 passing. That's his icon skill, I think, and I'm not gonna cover it in great depth, but this is something that can be very cheese as well. So it's good to have. Layup +6 is very nice as well too. Dribbling +3. Look at the post moves. We talked about how like having a 95 mid-range makes this build a viable post player, and then getting an additional boost to your post moves will definitely help you shoot those fadeaways. But then also rebounding being at a +6 is very nice. Now this last build, that's the triple threat build, you get a +85 to your rebounding. So now this build becomes a little bit more of a two-way player. Don't get me wrong, you don't have high on-ball defense or on-ball steals, but most players that win Defensive Player of the Year have high defensive rebound numbers. So this helps. You also get a +6 to your shot blocking, so this also helps you protect the rim. And like I said, you can be up to 6'9", but now you're almost like a stretch big a little bit. You get a +6 to your pass and +6 to your layup, so they gave you a little something to finish with. But remember, hitting a 3, blocking a shot, or grabbing a rebound, and now you have an 85 rebound, so you should be grabbing a lot of rebounds on this player, will give you a boost to your finishing as well as your mid-range shooting. So this will help. Now you look at the skill boost, and you get all 4 skill boosts. So you get speed, vertical, stamina, and strength. So I kind of like that as well. That's pretty unique. You don't see that often. Now looking at the wing defenders, we can take a look at the claw first. You're gonna get an 85 3-point shot, which basically means now I'm a complete two-way build. Complete. I can dunk at an 88, I can shoot mid-range at an 88, and I can shoot threes at an 85. But I get an 88 shot block, 95 steal, 95 on ball defense. So I'm a complete solid two-way player. I love the idea of this. This is very nice. And then, like I said, your icon ability will also boost your finishing skills. Reason why I'm bringing the finishing skills being boosted, because you only get a +6 to your layup. We've talked about layup on our slasher video and how this is important, but builds like this, that and the wing shooter as well, they don't have very high layup, bro. So you'll miss a lot of layups you think you should be making. So getting this +6 and activating your icon ability a lot will help you finish in that way as well. You also get a +3 to your dribbling. That's not very high at all. This build doesn't dribble well, I'll say that, unless like you have like the influencer package or whatever put on your build, and then you get access to a lot of dribble animations you really shouldn't have on this build, which makes it crazy. But if you're new, then there's ways that you can still get around and dribble effectively. I can make a video on that if y'all want to see it. And then you get a +6 to your strength. I think that's very important too. Now Scottie Pippen is going to be a little bit different, because he does get a +6 to his dribbling. You can see it right there. He also gets an 85 passing as well, and we've already talked about passing so much, I'm not going to cover it in depth. But you get a +3 to your 3-point shot. You'll also get a +3 to your shooting off the dribble, and a +6 to your layup as well. And then you also get that coveted plus like 4 different physical boosts, so you get speed, vertical, and strength as well. So Scottie's pretty balanced as well, man. Like, he's built to be like a point forward, like how you supposed to have like those classic Grant Hill, Scottie Pippen point forwards. They crafted this build right. Now let's go ahead and move on to the icon paths, and then we'll give our recommendations and be gone. All right, so let's go over the icon path of KD first, but we're going to take a look at everyone's icon path. Now, the first choice you get to make is going to be a boost to your dribbling or inside shooting accuracy boost. I feel like having an 88 inside shot is going to be good enough, but what you don't think about is how dribbling plays out in this game, bro. Like, remember I said with the guards, the higher the dribble attribute, the harder it is for the defender to steal the ball. Now, this is really important for wing shooters because they see wing defenders so much more often because they're playing at the wing position. So you need to have as high as a dribble attribute as you possibly can to keep wing defenders off you. So you need that boost to your dribbling. Also, KD's icon ability will give you an additional boost to your dribbling, so your dribbling feels like it's in the 90s, and it makes it a lot harder for the wing defender to steal the ball from you. Trust me, if you got a low dribbling attribute, they can just breathe on you wrong and they stealing the ball, bro. But KD, it's a lot harder for them to steal the ball. That's why I always feel confident in facing any player in this game, because I have a high dribble attribute. I can also make my player 6'9". I can just shoot over everybody and do what I want. I feel very free when I have this build. Now, the next thing would be icon timer and get an extra stack. You can always do what you want to do. Me personally, I feel like going with the longer timer always makes sense. And then this last thing right here is basically an additional trait that you can put onto your build. So you got 3 trait slots, and then you get this, where impact reduction when a defender is late to contest your shot. That's basically gonna boost and buff your contested shot, bro. So you already have an 88 contested shot, plus you put this on at a gold tier, and bro, it feels like you have a high 90s on your contested shot. So this is also something that's going to be very welcome and needed on this player. Now, when we look at Larry Legend, boosting the radius for which a 3-point shot is considered open, or boost a mid-range and 3-point shooting. This is pretty tough to decide on, and the reason is because buffing mid-range and 3-point shooting, you already got a 95, so it's like you boosting to a 99. But with the way that shot contest works in this game, I really feel like boosting the radius for which you're considered open makes more sense, and I'll explain why. The way this game works, there is like this imaginary, like invisible circle around your player. If the defender enters that area, it does not matter like where, it doesn't matter. They can be behind you. It's not like 2K20 how you can put a man behind you and shoot a green. No, if he enters that like circle, that imaginary circle, your player is now penalized and contested. All right, so this actually shrinks the circle, rather, so when they think they're in range, they're not actually in range. They have to take another step or two to get inside of that circle so they can be considered as contesting you. So this gives you an opportunity to green even more shots on this build. Now, the next thing, of course, is going to be like increase to your icon ability or decay timer. I feel like you need to increase the ability, because this raises the steal portion of this up, and this makes you a better defender. Now, the last thing is getting the green release will like decrease your defender's mentality, or it'll increase your mentality. That's totally up to you on what you want to do. And then we'll look at triple threat. Now, the first thing on triple threat is boost the finishing or accuracy boost the mid-range. Of course, you need to go boost the finishing. I feel like that's a no-brainer on this player, unless you plan on just almost exclusively playing back to the basket. Upgrade timer or extra stack. Y'all know how I feel about that. And then the last thing is the shooting the green will give you maximum stacks, or getting an assist will get a mentality boost. It depends on what your role is. All right, looking at wing defender. Now, something I want to cover that I didn't cover with the icon skill boost, let me talk about that real quick. It's Kawhi Leonard gets a hidden boost, and this is going to be a +3 right here to contest it, and another +3 to your contested. So you get a +6 to your contested shot on this build that's hidden within his icon path. But anyway, the first choice you get to make at the bronze level is going to be on inside shooting or mid-range shooting. Me personally, because you do not have a high inside shooting attribute, you want to make sure you go with the accuracy buff to the inside shooting. And the reason why I'm saying that is you're going to be playing 3 a lot, and you'll play against centers and all kinds of people where you just won't be able to finish with a dunk or a layup, and you have to like shoot a very short range shot inside, and you need that. The next thing is getting an extra stack or icon timer going longer. Y'all know how I feel about that. And then the very last thing is getting a steal will give you maximum stacks, or getting a steal will drain the mentality of the player you stole the ball from. I really feel like getting maximum stacks is the one that's more important right there, although I can see how you could go with it the other way, but getting maximum stacks just means I'm gonna be catching hella bodies on that build. Now looking at Scottie, bro, Scottie's first choice is gonna be accuracy boost to inside shooting or mid-range. Y'all know what I think about that. This is timer or extra stack. I feel like the timer going longer is gonna help you keep it all game. And Scottie's unique because all you really need to do is play good on-ball defense or grab a rebound. So you'll be constantly getting stacks regardless. So I don't think the number of stacks that you need makes sense anyway. But keeping the timer going longer on this build means that you'll always have your icon lit on this build. And then the last thing you get is either grabbing a rebound creates a higher, or it grants a mentality boost, and then temporary speed and stamina boost for change of possession. And that can basically be like it's similar to the Russell Westbrook, you know, except it doesn't add any finishing. This one's totally up to you, because grabbing a rebound, boosting your mentality even more, makes him that much better of a defender and offensive player as well. But then getting that buff to your speed can also be very big, and stamina buff as well, because you can dribble a little bit better on the player as well. Scottie's really low-key good, man. So let's get into the decisions, because like I couldn't tell you which one of these to go with. Like at first I thought it was clear and far away Kawhi Leonard because of the 85-3. But honestly, the icon ability on Scottie Pippen is so good to where it boosts up your dribbling, your layup, your inside shot, your post offense, your three-point shooting, your mid-range shooting, your dunking. It boosts up so much, and it's so easy to activate, that this player is really out of control offensively. Like, it's overpowered. So I don't know, but this player by far, it just has the base attribute of everything you need to just dominate people. It's hard to, like, this build is the best build in the game. Best balanced build in the game. When I'm playing like comp, I'm going to this build every time. Now, when I want to have fun and just drop you the fuck off, I always go with the Reaper wing shooter, because you just can't guard me, bro. I can do whatever I want to do. Is not a player in the game I cannot drop off with a 6'9" player that dribble like a point guard, that can shoot threes from half court. You know, the build is nasty. I think this build is far and away the best of the three. I put Larry Legend behind too, especially if you have like the right dribble package. Then like if you have an influencer dribble package on that build, bro, like Larry Legend is nasty. Don't get me wrong, like triple threat, that's nasty too. I ain't gonna even lie. But Reaper, bro, I'm sorry. It's just nothing you can do with that build when that build clicking, man, if you know how to dribble. I can link y'all to like my dribble tutorial as well. Hopefully y'all rocking with this video. If y'all want to see the wing score versus the playmaker, man, I need 30 likes, and then I'll drop that video immediately. Y'all know what it is, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well so you can know when we post. And as always, respect the OGs. Peace.